Welcome to this episode of our video. Today we will explore Brené Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection. This book is a powerful guide to cultivating self-acceptance and embracing our true self. Through her research and personal experiences, Brown encourages readers to let go of societal expectations and embrace their imperfections. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest book recommendations, reviews, and all things related to the wonderful world of literature. Let's turn the page and start our literary adventure. In this episode, we will explore the key concepts, main arguments, and practical applications of this insightful book. Part 1. Embracing Imperfection. In Part 1, Brown sets the stage for her exploration of imperfection. She explains that our culture places a high value on perfectionism, which can lead to feelings of shame and inadequacy. Brown argues that embracing our imperfections is essential for cultivating self-acceptance and living a fulfilling life. Part 2. The Gifts. In Part 2, Brown explores the gifts that come with embracing imperfection. These include 1. Courage. Embracing imperfection requires courage because it means being vulnerable and exposing ourselves to potential criticism or rejection. 2. Compassion. When we accept our own imperfections, we are better able to extend compassion to others who are struggling with their own flaws. 3. Connection. Embracing imperfection allows us to connect more deeply with others because it requires vulnerability and authenticity. 4. Creativity. When we let go of perfectionism, we are free to explore new ideas and take risks without fear of failure. 5. Calm. Accepting our imperfections can bring a sense of calm because we no longer feel the need to constantly strive for perfection. Part 3. Wholehearted living. In Part 3, Brown introduces the concept of wholehearted living. This involves living with authenticity, courage, compassion, connection, and creativity. Brown argues that wholehearted living is essential for cultivating self-acceptance and living a fulfilling life. Part 4. Cultivating authenticity. In Part 4, Brown explores how to cultivate authenticity. She argues that authenticity requires self-awareness, self-acceptance, and the courage to be vulnerable. Brown provides practical advice for cultivating authenticity, including 1. Practicing self-compassion. We must learn to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. 2. Letting go of perfectionism. We must embrace our imperfections and let go of the need to be perfect. 3. Cultivating gratitude. Gratitude helps us focus on what we have rather than what we lack. 4. Setting boundaries. We must learn to set boundaries and say no when necessary. Part 5. Cultivating self-compassion. In Part 5, Brown explores the importance of self-compassion in cultivating self-acceptance. She argues that self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness. Brown provides practical advice for cultivating self-compassion, including 1. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps us become more aware of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. 2. Speaking kindly to ourselves. We must learn to speak to ourselves with the same kindness and compassion that we would offer a friend. 3. Embracing our imperfections. We must accept that we are not perfect and that it is okay to make mistakes. 4. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude helps us focus on what we have rather than what we lack, which can lead to greater feelings of self-worth. Part 6. Cultivating resilience. In Part 6, Brown explores how to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. She argues that resilience involves bouncing back from setbacks and using them as opportunities for growth. Brown provides practical advice for cultivating resilience, including 1. Practicing self-care. Self-care involves taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental health. 2. Building a support system. Having a strong support system can help us navigate difficult times. 3. Reframing negative experiences. We can reframe negative experiences as opportunities for growth and learning. 4. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude helps us focus on what we have rather than what we lack, which can help us build resilience. Part 7. Final thoughts. In the final section of the book, Brown offers some final thoughts on embracing imperfection and living a wholehearted life. She encourages readers to continue practicing self-acceptance and self-compassion even when it is difficult. Brown reminds us that embracing our imperfections is a lifelong journey, but one that is well worth the effort. Conclusion: The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown is a powerful guide to cultivating self-acceptance and embracing our true selves. Through her research and personal experiences, Brown provides practical advice for living a fulfilling life. We hope this podcast has provided you with valuable insights into this insightful book. All right, everyone, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.